again, everyone. It's Halloween 2022. It's been a while since I've given you some updates on some stories that are true. I think those that have watched Rod's Random Reviews and have seen my story about Amityville Horror. Yes, I was there. Long Island, New York. You know I was there. You saw the video. Crybaby Hollow, North Alabama. You saw that video on YouTube. You know I was there. I was someplace else too, in Tennessee. I haven't told the story. It's been 20-something years. I haven't told the story yet, but this is the first time tonight, Halloween 2022. It is, I promise you, a true story. Gives me goosebumps, chill bumps. That's the reason I got this warm, trying to stay warm with all these chill bumps. But here it goes. It deals with the Mars family, Milky Way Farms in Pulaski, Tennessee. So several years ago, we rented, it was a big mistake, but we rented the Mars family mansion for a long weekend. We had a corporate retreat there, and I was the leader of the group, and so they said, hey, you get to stay in Mr. Mars's bedroom. But we have to warn you of one thing. If you stay in Mr. Mars' bedroom, it's haunted. There are ghosts that come out at night. I laughed it off and I said, okay, no problem, fine. But I stayed there on Milky Way Farms in Pulaski, Tennessee. I agreed to stay in the owner's bedroom. Now, one of the famous things about that bedroom was, aside from the ghost, I'm going to get into that, my goodness, was it had a toilet it was a flushable toilet. And it was the first flushable toilet in the United States, was my understanding. So I thought that was kind of cool. But Franklin Mars was his name. And his second wife was Ethel Mars. And we were on this 2,800 acre estate that they purchased around 1930 or so. A very elaborate estate. But you know, Mars died in 1934. And so the operations of the farm was kind of put to bed. And so here's what happened. I'll tell you what happened after I tell you about my experience. So the first night I went to bed in Mr. Mars' bedroom, probably around 11 p.m. It was all nice, it was all comfy. The room was warm at first. And it's an old Tudor home, and large fireplaces out in the common areas, a large banquet hall where we had dinner each night. But that very first night, I didn't give it much thought about the room being haunted. But around 2 a.m., there in Pulaski, Tennessee, at the Mars Milky Way Farms, I was awakened, wide awake. I could hear footsteps going across the room. Loud footsteps. And I raised up in my bed. I was there in the room alone. My wife was not with me. It was a business trip. And there I was, alone in the room. And I said, "Hello, who's there?" No answer. But you could tell the footsteps kind of stopped and went back the other direction. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? And I said, "Who's there again?" And I could tell there was footsteps moving and creaking of the boards in the floor. And it sounded like something overhead too. I couldn't explain it. And I reached for the lamp next to the bed. Thank goodness there was a lamp next to the bed, and turned the light on. And I was kind of spooked, you know. I looked around, there was no one there. No one there. I got up and I checked the lock on the door. It was still locked. It was one of those old-fashioned locks, kind of like Grandma used to have in her doors at home. It was a key that went in and turned, and but like I said, it was an old-fashioned lock, and the door was still locked. I walked around the room and I couldn't see any evidence of anyone being there. So it took me a while to go back to sleep, and I went back to sleep. The next day, everyone was talking about, you know, how they liked the Mars farm there in Pulaski, Tennessee, and how they slept well and everything went well, and I didn't really say anything. No one brought up the ghost of Mr. Mars. No one brought up the fact that Franklin Mars had died there on the premises in Tennessee. So I asked the people running the mansion there, I said, what are the circumstances around his death? It's a little bit mysterious. And why the ghost rumors are prevalent in his bedroom. And they said, well, I'm glad you asked that question. So he was buried on the premises. That was his wish. But his second wife decided, no, I'm from New Jersey. I want his remains to be in New Jersey, not Tennessee. So what did she do? She had him moved. That sound. Someone. Come on, get it together, Rod. Get it together. You got to finish this video for Rod's Random Reviews. Quit getting those chill bumps, goosebumps. She moved the body. So from that point forward, the locals said, Mr. Mars' ghost would not let it go. He had to stay in the mansion. The second night, I won't go into a whole lot of detail about the second night, but the second night was even more profound. Again, right around 2 o'clock, I heard this sound. At first, it was just barely there. And I'm like, am I hearing things? Am I hearing things? What is going on? And then it got louder and louder and louder. And I knew this was not, I knew this was not going to work. So I got up, turned the lights on, and I could still hear the sound. And I was like, what is going on? So finally, the sound went away. And after I turned on all the lights, and I went out into the hallway, which was dark, dark, dark. There was no lights on anywhere. And I don't know why I didn't have a flashlight in my room. If you ever go to the Mars Mansion, Milky Way Farms in Pulaski, Tennessee, yes, I challenge you to stay in his bedroom. But take it from me, you want some serious flashlights, because the lights don't always work at Milky Way Farms. The noises are there. Oh, did I mention how cool it got at night? We were there in the summertime. And when I heard those ghosts, when I heard those footsteps in Mr. Mars' bedroom, when I heard him going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like trying to get out of this room, trying to find out what is going on, it was like a cold breeze came into the room, and it was very, very cold. It's 2 nights I do not want to repeat. I do not. But if you ever go, you should do it. You know, when he died in 1934, it was the mausoleum that was there. And then when his widow moved his remains from the mausoleum to New Jersey, everything went to heck in a handbasket. There are 35 rooms there. I mean, it's a nice estate. You will find Mars candy bars everywhere you look. It's on the historic site, and it still stands there today. You know, Minnesota comes to mind as well as a landing place for his remains. But my goodness, it is a historic place, and it has a role of being one of the most scariest places in Tennessee. I don't want to go back there.